Kenapa ya kayak kesel banget gitu?
Iya, tadi gue kesel banget sama dia di kelas. Like, what was that behavior?
Ih, sumpah. Oh my god, aku suka banget sama lagu ini. Literally, aku apal semua albumnya.
Aduh, susah banget sih.
Cepetan, El. Deadline tuh bentar lagi.
Udah ya, Mah. Aku mau pulang dulu. Udah ya, guys. Mau cabut dulu.
Oh ya.
Can I hold your hand?
Yeah. Are you feeling tired?
No.
What did you play at school today?
I just play in the soft gym and pretend there's a house.
Terus belajar apa lagi tadi?
Tadi bahasa Mandarin sama bahasa Indonesianya nggak ada.
Oh, terus belajarnya bahasa apa?
Bahasa English. Mama, something like the road is narrow.
It's a train track. So, did you notice something interesting in that video? Yes, the child was not only speaking in one language, but also switching between Indonesian and English. This kind of situation is very common, especially for bilingual speakers. Sometimes we mix languages naturally without even thinking about it, right? In this video, I will explain this phenomenon using sociolinguistics concept called code switching.
What is code switching?
According to Mears-Cotton, code switching is when a speaker changes from one language to another within a conversation or even in a single sentence. In addition, according to Sanapapleck, code switching is not random, but it follows certain grammatical rules. This means bilingual speakers switch languages in a structured and meaningful way. The interaction happens between a child and their mother inside the car. This is a casual situation, so the conversation feels natural. The child uses two languages, Indonesian and English. At first, the mother asks about what the child learned at school and the child answered in Indonesian. However, after that, the child shifts their attention to something outside the car and suddenly express their thoughts in English. This shows that the child switches from Indonesian to English while speaking. This switching happens naturally in a conversation. It shows that the child is not confused, but is able to choose the language that is easier to express the idea. So based on Popek's theory, this example can be called intersentential code switching because the child changes language between sentences. In conclusion, this example shows that code switching is normal for bilingual speakers. It is meaningful, natural, and shows that the child has good ability in using two languages.
Makanan orang kaya. Ini tuh dessertnya orang kaya yang estetik sampai berbunga-bunga kayak tabungannya. Kalau kalian lagi craving something sweet yet nutritious at the same time, this is it. Tapi pas ketemu granolanya yang garing, manis, gurih, toasty, nih yogurt sih auto naik level.
Hi, so these are the examples, and I think most of you probably feel like that is normal, right? Like, wah, lagi craving something sweet nih, or garing, gurih, manis, toasty. That's exactly the point. What you're looking at it is about code mixing. Something we do all the time, especially as bilingual speakers. According to Myers-Cotton in 1993, code mixing is when we combine words and phrases from different languages within one sentence without changing the main grammar. And now, why does this happen? First, referential reasons. Sometimes English just fits better, or there is no exact Indonesian equivalent like dessert or smoothie bowl. And then the second one, affective reasons. There are words like craving or toasty. They are actually not necessary. They just add the feeling. Okay, that's it. And now let's move to the next video.
Hi, so moving on to the next topic, which is lexical borrowing. So what is actually lexical borrowing? Lexical borrowing is where you borrow words from another language to your own language. In this case, my language is Indonesian, so the most borrowed language is English, which is, for example, I can say like, deadline-nya bentar lagi nih, or aku harus upload ini sekarang, or aku mau print dulu ya, which is deadline, upload, and print are words in English, so borrowed from English and adapted into the Indonesian language. And this supports the theory of Hagen in 1950, where he states that borrowed language will become part of the language through adaptations. So the more you're familiar with the language that you're borrowing from, then the more you will be likely to adapt it into your own language. But why do we actually do this? Like, why is it so common among the people here? So Myers-Cotton in 1993 stated that people borrow language or borrow words from language to sound cool, to sound more modern and professional. Well, it does make sense because the world now is already evolving and we need to keep up, so we need to adapt, and including adapting the languages into our own. So the conclusion is that lexical borrowing happens because of language contact, and it spreads because of the people who are using it in everyday life. So in everyday conversation, those things like that. Thank you. Moving on.
Okay, so hello everyone. Today I will to explain about style shifting that happen in communication. So first thing first, style shifting is when people change the way they speak depending on the situation, listener, and social roles. So I will give you this example. Here this example of the tab. As we can see, if the student use very polite and formal language such as good evening and sorry for bothering you, meanwhile the lecturer respond with a professional but slightly more relaxed way. So this example explained using several theories. The first, according to communication accommodation theory by Howard Giles, the student adjusts their language to sound more appropriate and respectful, and it's called by convergence. And the second, based on William Leboeuf, while students pay more attention to their speech formal situation, so they use more careful and structured language. And the style shifting also reflect identity. The students show the identity of respectful learner, while the lecturer shows the professional and approachable identity. So this is proof that style shifting is not random but influenced by the social roles or situation, or also how the listener and communication goes. Thank you.